Today on WSRH Extra, we take a look at a local business that is serving second chances for people in our community. Plus, how one teacher is returning favors to others. WSRH Extra starts now. Welcome to this episode of WSH Extra. I'm Chris Morrison.
And I'm Ariana Hill. With the holiday season quickly approaching and Thanksgiving being just around the corner, students here at Seminole Ridge have discovered that people in our community are thankful for more than just friends and family.
One local teacher at Western Pines Middle School is teaching students what it means to be thankful by showing his gratitude for something personal to him. WSRH Extra reporter Adrian Murray takes us to meet Mr. Gordon.
This is very important. Middle schoolers tend to have a bad reputation when it comes to being thankful, but when you have a great teacher, saying thanks becomes easier.
He's very good at teaching, and as a person, he's impacted my life a lot.
Anthony is talking about his history teacher, Steve Gordon. Mr. Gordon has been teaching for 34 years, and through all of them, his caring attitude and dedication continues to be recognized.
He has a superhuman ability to care about his kids and what he does. I think it's just his love of these kids that sets him apart.
While many are thankful for Mr. Gordon, he is choosing to share his gratitude for those that may be overlooked.
They have given of themselves. In many cases, they've given their lives to serve our country.
Mr. Gordon is referring to our veterans. To honor them, he attends many events, including honor flights, wreath layings, and flag placings.
I feel it's my responsibility to ensure that we continue to feel a sense of patriotic pride and understand our responsibility, the duties that we have as citizens, and so that we can enable the next generation to do the same.
This sense of patriotism and responsibility did not just come out of nowhere for Mr. Gordon. In fact, someone in particular inspired him to give back and still to this day motivates him.
My dad was in the Navy, and growing up, I don't think I understood or had an appreciation for what he did. And so the very first event that I went to, I was so taken aback by it. It was such an incredible event. On a personal level, made me connect more with my dad.
Mr. Gordon brings his passion for this topic into the workplace as well and gets his students and staff members at Western Pines Middle School involved.
I've just opened my eyes to a lot of things when it comes to veterans and what it means to show your appreciation and to honor them.
Yeah, my dad was Army. He achieved the rank of major. He's a Vietnam veteran, wounded in action. Mr. Gordon is a great example. Definitely gets out there and chases after it and really does a great thing.
Yeah, he keeps everyone aware of what they're doing for us, and he thanks them with all of his heart.
Steve Gordon is devoting his life to give back and returning the favor to thank the veterans who fought for our freedom. For WSRH Extra, I'm Adrian Murray.
Second chances are often given to someone when the time is right, but what about those who aren't sure when their second chance will come? WSRH Extra reporter Wyatt Anderson shows us how one local organization that is providing people with the chances needed to keep their life going.
For today, 12 o'clock. So what do you want me to do? I can start working on.
The Lord's Place is a local organization in Palm Beach County that provides help for homeless people. One part of the program is Joshua's Deli, located in Lake Park, Florida. Joshua's Deli is a place that helps feed people that are financially struggling. Head chef Robert Coleman says that the opening of a new location is just the first step in a bigger plan.
Our main building is getting torn down and rebuilt, so we're going to have a brand new kitchen and a brand new Cafe Joshua down in West Palm Beach. But we needed a location that we could continue to operate and continue to train folks while that construction was going on.
Not only does Joshua's Deli feed people who are struggling financially, but can also help them gain skills. Sandra Martin, a new chef at the deli, lost her job due to COVID about 2 months ago. She came to the deli hoping to still provide for her family, as well as live out her dream.
I always wanted, and I have now I have a grab at what I always liked to do is cooking, and I have a compassion in it.
While she is starting to live out her dream, she realizes how fortunate she is to have help and be able to give back to those in need.
It means a lot to me. The staff is wonderful. My head chef is wonderful. their compassion, their love, understanding, helping out peoples in general.
In addition to giving the trainees the cooking skills needed to succeed in the business, there is much more to be gained from the process. Skills that aren't just applicable in the culinary industry are also learned.
It's also those soft skills that are very important with maintaining employment. So those skills are just as important as the knife skills and the cooking skills that we offer.
Through the numerous opportunities Joshua's Deli continues to provide, a reason to be thankful. For WSRH Extra, I'm Wyatt Anderson.
Barky Pines Animal Rescue, located here in Loxahatchee, Florida, provides homes for animals with life-threatening illnesses. However, there is one unique thing about this rescue that makes it different from others in the area. WSRH Extra reporter Andrew Davino takes us to Barky Pines.
With Thanksgiving right around the corner, humans will likely take this time to reflect on what they are thankful for. But who says our furry friends can't do the same? In fact, Barky Pines Rescue in Loxahatchee, Florida is giving these animals something to be thankful for all year round: a home.
A lot of them were at risk and being put down because there just wasn't enough space for all the homeless pets. And when we realized there had to be a way to make a difference, and Barky Pines was born.
Assistance from volunteers like Elizabeth Beckham is an important part of what keeps Barky Pines going. Because there are only 3 people working at the rescue in total, they are more than likely grateful for all the help they can get.
Barky Pines is super small. They don't have any major sponsors or anything, so they really depend on their volunteers to help them, and they work super close with animal care and control to make sure they're pulling the neediest dogs.
Barky Pines makes every animal feel wanted by taking in those that may have more trouble getting adopted due to health issues and other circumstances.
Like Molly here, and for different reasons. Molly has a very bad heart murmur. A lot of them are injured or they're ill, they have heartworm, or they're very frightened there and they're trying to bite people.
Part of what makes this rescue unique from others is that they don't just take in and adopt out dogs, but a variety of other animals as well.
It's not just dogs. They have some cats and a lot of farm animals and birds and peacocks and things like that. So they love all the animals there and treat them all as if, you know, they're each individual one with their own special needs.
Along with shots, microchips, and vet visits, owner Liz Accomando says the most important treatment for these animals comes straight from the heart.
Give them a lot of love, and we teach them that not all humans are bad.
No matter what time of the year it is, animal lovers and people looking to adopt will continue to be thankful for Barky Pines and all they do for animals in need. I know I'm thankful for my dog Penelope, who I got from Barky Pines 2 years ago. For WSRH Extra, I'm Andrea Davino.
Many organizations located here in Palm Beach County have found ways to provide help to people who are struggling. One of these organizations helps not only people directly, but also those who have loved ones who are struggling as well. WSRH Extra reporter Persephone Cortez takes us to the Quantum House.
The Quantum House, a home and community that helps house and feed different families that have loved ones staying at St. Mary's Hospital. One family in particular, the Hendersons, are thankful for all the help the Quantum House has given them.
This is Sophia. This is Gabe. And this is Gavin. And we're here while Sophia is getting treatment for her club feet.
The Quantum House's CEO, Robbie Journey, started this organization 20 years ago with a group of women whose goal was to help families feel at home.
So if they're here in Palm Beach County and their child needs medical care, we have a place for them to stay. And while they're here, we're going to feed them and water them and lodge them and take care of them and meet all their needs so that they can focus on their child.
It is a place where the kids can be with friends and people like them. It's not always easy when you're at school and you don't have other friends with disabilities here.
Some of the employees at the Quantum House have a special reason for working every day, with their motivation backing their spirits.
I love being around the kids. My brother had cerebral palsy, so I kind of grew up in a place where I was surrounded by siblings of, you know, family members that had a disability. So for me, it was super easy to say yes to a job like this. I've always wanted an opportunity like this, and it is incredible to be around to uplift them all the time.
Along with the families that the Quantum House takes in from all over the U.S., they also took in one of our very own teachers here at Seminole Ridge, Miss Ahmad.
Yes, I was one of the fortunate families. The second year that the Quantum House had opened, we stayed here from September 1st to September 10th in 2002 upon the unexpected delivery of my first son, Daniel. Quantum House is able to facilitate and serve so many people in our county and outside of our county.
While listening to Miss Ahmad's experience here in the Henderson family, it became very clear that the Quantum House is a very special place to the families in the area.
I don't know if we would have been able to have treatment with one of the best doctors in the world if it wasn't for Quantum House. And it is a huge help.
This is their safe spot. In Quantum House, there's no medical, so you'll never see doctors or nurses or IV poles. You might see a wheelchair or a walker, but the children can be here and just be kids, and that's really the best part.
The Henderson family and the great staff at the Quantum House have a high respect for the program, which allows them to find the light in their situations.
I am thankful for the love that I feel from the kids, and it's almost like an incredible way, like I'm supposed to be here. Like I know that I'm supposed to be here.
I'm very thankful for the meals at Quantum House. It's one less thing to worry about, and the kids get to try new things. So
I am so thankful that the Quantum House is that safe space and that place for families to come from all over the place.
Visiting the Quantum House gave me and my partner a new way of seeing the families who spend most of their time here at the hospital. It gave us a sense of gratitude knowing that these families are in such great hands. This Thanksgiving, the Quantum House will be in our hearts. For WSRH Extra, I'm Kaylee Shafalo.
Many people who work in the service industry receive both negative and positive feedback from customers on a daily basis. Do these customers know just how big of an impact these comments have? WSRH Extra reporter Brooke Goolsby shows us how local service workers are being affected by the criticism.
You have most likely heard the saying, "Thank you for our service workers," especially during the pandemic. Yet, many of these workers do not feel as if their service has been thanked.
The best way I could really explain it is as things moved on, it really just got worse and worse.
Barry Waterman wasn't the only service worker feeling these effects during the pandemic.
We've been having to do longer wait times, and a lot of people have been complaining or impatient, and they're just more rude to us at the counter and stuff because they don't understand that we're understaffed.
Riley Vento is a cashier at Jabruski's, a local pizza place here in Loxahatchee, Florida. Jabruski's has been open throughout the 2020 pandemic. People everywhere have been thanking their local hospitals, restaurants, grocery stores, and more for the help they have given to the community. Lately, it seems as if this mindset has changed.
When it's very stressful here and they do it, it just kind of overwhelms you, and it makes you kind of upset because you're just trying to do your best.
Despite the disrespect companies receive from customers on a daily basis, there are still a couple of customers that try to brighten an employee's day by showing their appreciation for them.
People recently have been giving me compliments a lot, and that kind of boosts my confidence. One lady told me, she was like, "Oh, you should work for corporate and all this stuff," and I was just it just makes me feel like I'm doing good.
A couple people really put me ahead when I was really down. There definitely has been several customers that have been the shining light through this whole entire thing.
Just because the pandemic is almost over doesn't mean we should stop thanking our essential workers for their services. Let's continue to thank those who work so hard for us in our community. For WSRH Extra, I'm Brooke Goolsby.
A new student here at the Ridge has a positive impact on his teachers and classmates. However, this student is extra thankful for the opportunity he has to grow his education on a daily basis. WSRH Extra reporter Marlene Morissette has the story.
As the day of things quickly approaches, so does our realizations to our blessings. However, some people are thankful for a particular something in someone that's usually overlooked.
He's really funny, very energetic, very helpful with projects. I'm very thankful to have him in the classroom.
He's always helpful. I say he's always into science, so he's a great plus to our class, and I'm happy I can be his classmate.
Dimash, born in Kazakhstan, recently moved into the United States and is now adapting to new academic changes.
In Kazakhstan, we have kind of another type of education system. We don't have grades like A, B, C, like in American. We have 5-grade system.
However, with his new life in America, Dimash sees his glass half full rather than half empty.
Oh yes, I'm really thankful to the United States government, which allows me to study at the schools, because the main reason I came to the United States and I moved to the United States is the education.
Many students around him sees his background as a great attribute to their learning environment.
I'm thankful to have Dimash as a classmate because he's really good at science. Knowing that he's from a different country means that he brings in different ideas to the classroom.
When living in Kazakhstan, Dimash shares his experience of virtual learning. which correlates to his rationality of thankfulness.
The Kazakhstan, that was a really big deal to make distance education like viable for students. So I can say that in the United States, the distance learning is more developed than in Kazakhstan.
Damash's ambition and determination to his studies is also being greatly noticed by his teachers, specifically his chemistry teacher, Mrs. Yusuf.
I'm grateful for having a student who seems so enthusiastic about chemistry. Actually, he's very enthusiastic about science in general. Very ambitious. He's always keen to learn more. I've seen him reading chemistry books just for the sake of chemistry, you know.
Damash's appreciation for science encourages him to take an extra step by not only allowing him to dig deeper in the studies of science, but also allowing students attending Seminole Ridge to do so.
I actually really interested in science, and I created my club, which is Science STEM Club. I created an aerospace engineering branch in it, and I got many friends who wants to join and work with me at this topic and making the rockets, planes, that stuff.
While we all have something to be thankful for, there's always other people around us thankful for the unexpected. Students like Damash and his classmates are inspiring role models on campus portraying thankfulness at its finest. For WSRH Extra, I'm Marlene Morissette.
Well, that's it for this episode of WSRH Extra. I'm Chris Morrison.
And I'm Ariana Hill. If you have any story ideas, please message us on Instagram or Twitter at Seminole Ridge TV.